Hello, how are you today or this evening, whichever, this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're watching this? I hope you're having a good day. I hope all is well. If not, tomorrow will be your day. It could be a better day in 5 minutes. You don't know. I don't know. But I hope all is well. Sorry about that. Might as well remove these. Fremont Lee here. Views and opinions expressed in this video are mine. This is the top layer of the box, so it's the final layer. They've been rotated around. It's I have 5 stacks, about 8 high, so there's about 40, maybe 50. I can't see without my glasses. I can't read with them when it's close. So I'll just get started. It is June 26th. That is a 6 as I'm doing this. So thank you for being patient. Human League, Dare. I'm sorry, The Human League with the album Dare. Don't You Want Me? I believe that's the only song on here that I could. I mean, there are other songs on here, but that's the one that made me buy this one. Copyright 1981. Don't you want me? Something. Black Sabbath, Greatest Hits. It's Black Sabbath, so that could be the reason why. I believe I also have a variation of the Greatest Hits on CD. Paranoid, NIB, Changes, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Iron Man, Black Sabbath, War Pigs, Sweet Leaf. There are 2 songs I did not say. I do not recognize them. Laguna, Sunrise, and Tomorrow's Dream. This is courtesy of Dorchester Holding. Looking for the copyright because copyright. Blank. I'm just glad it doesn't say this page is purposely left blank. Well, with that on there, it's not really blank, is it? Sorry, for the United States, when they have come tax time, there are pages on the form that say that. There is no copyright, so it's timeless. Meatloaf. Oh, don't let your meatloaf. What? Welcome to the neighborhood. Most likely, I bought this because it was Meatloaf, and I wanted to hear something other than from Bat Out of Hell. Where the rubber meets the road, I lie for you, and that's the truth. Not a dry eye in the house. I think that might be it. And I couldn't tell you about that line, not dry eye in the house. Copyright 1995. I have a cassette somewhere, which I haven't been able to locate, that Meatloaf did for the Special Olympics, I believe. I could be wrong because I can't find it. Like that Tracy Lords one that I couldn't find, that I found. Dionne Warwick. Copyright. Greatest Hits, 1979 to 1990. The last copyright or date is 1989. That's What Friends Are For. I'll Never Love This Way Again. Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. No Quarter. Yeah, I was out of change too. unleaded. I'm sorry, it's unleaded. Copyright 1994. Nobody's fault but mine. Cashmere. I believe there are other reasons why, but this is another one my cousin Jeff would like. The Beatles Anthology. This is 3. I had one the other day. This is 3. I don't know if I have 2. Have to what? Yeah, you kids. Copyright 1996. Same with the Part 1 anthology. I got it because it was the Beatles and to find out whatever stuff. Coolio! Gangsta's Paradise. Enough said right there. I know I could hear it on radio every was that the joke in the movie High School High with John Lovitz? I want to say it was like every radio station at the beginning of the movie was playing it. Good song, decent song, has meaning, but I couldn't tell you. I can't. Last time I listened to that, I was living in an apartment in Ann Arbor. I'm no longer living in Ann Arbor and haven't been in about 18 years. Europe, the final countdown. I told you the copyright, right? $1995. Europe, the final countdown. The final countdown. 1986. Yeah, that was pretty much it. The final countdown. There are other songs on here, but that is, as I've said before, greatest hits. If you had a collection for the year, that would be the only song they would have on it with other groups. A compilation album from like a whole bunch of groups. That would most likely be the only one on it. So in order to hear the other songs, don't they have other songs? Yeah, but well, other songs. Loverboy, Get Lucky. 1981, copyright, Working for the Weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. Not everybody. Some people work offset, so the people that work during the week can have those days off. So there are people working the weekend, so the other people have their own days off, like Tuesday and Wednesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Hopefully it's together. That way it feels like you get time off from work, as opposed to like, oh, I just got home. What do you mean I go back? There are other songs on here, as always, but the reason I bought it. The Best of Blondie, Heart of Glass, Heart of Glass, The Tide is High, The Tide is High, Hanging on the Telephone, Rapture, One Way or Another, Call Me, theme from American Gigolo. I used to have 2 copies of this, The Blues Traveler. You have to copyright on the phone. It would only make sense. 1981. I used to have the two versions, two cassettes of the Blues Travelers. 4. It was both sides of the cat. Why I bought 2, I have no idea. Why they decided to have both sides of the cat on 2 different whatever, no idea. Copyright 1994. No idea. None of them look familiar. But, you know, hey. Phil Collins. Hello, I must be going. What is this? Cross remarks? That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Okay, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but I'm trying to leave. Boop, 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 boop. I don't care anymore. You can't hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. Love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. How long must I wait? Copyright. 1982. That's the first stack. First stack down. 5 to go. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Child is father to the man. I do not know. None of them look familiar. Copyright. 1983. Howard Jones, Dream into Action. I showed you the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, right? Here's a tear. Here's some sweat. No, no. There's some blood. I think I cut. Where'd it go? I don't know how it happened. It's not really. It's dried, so it's crusty. I did that today. I'll be sure to clean it later. Don't worry. I should clean it now, but I'm doing this anyway. Howard Jones, Dream into Action. Things can only get better. No one is to blame. Like to Get to Know You Well, which was in the movie Better Off Dead, starring John Cusack, Diane Franklin, Curtis Armstrong, David Ogden's Tires as John Cusack's dad. I was going to say Rob Schneider. That's wrong. Dan Schneider, who was on the show Head of the Class, and he also directed, created, or whatever it was, or produced, I'm guessing, iCarly, which connection today is Jeanette McCurdy's birthday. Also Ariana Grande's. This is the 26th of June, just so you know. But yeah, no one is missed to blame. Like to Get to Know You Well. Things can only get better. Howard Jones. Copyright 1985. So if you're taking notes, you want to look at these videos, listen to the songs later, you can do that. Be like, oh, yeah, okay. Rod Stewart, Greatest Hits. Upside Your Head. Not that kind. Oop, upside your head. Oop, upside your head. 1979. Hot Legs, I think. Maggie May. Duh, yeah. Think I'm Sexy. You're in My Heart, the final acclaim. Tonight's the Night, Gonna Be All Right. And the first cut is The Deepest, which I don't know if that's the same as Bryan Adams. The first cut is the deep. Maybe I'm thinking Cuts Both Ways by Miami Sound Machine or Gloria Estefan. War, Why Can't We Be Friends? Because we're at war. Okay. 1992. Okay, 1975 and then 1992. It is the Why Can't We Be Friends? Don't get that stuck in your head. That's What's Her Face, Luca something. Don't. Why Can't We Be Friends? Lowrider. Possibly Lotus Blossom. There were other songs besides the main three, so it's like it wasn't a greatest hit. So it's like, okay, find out what other songs they have besides, like I said before, the main. Harry Chapin, Verities, and Balderdash. (1974), Cats in the Cradle. Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you coming? 30,000 Pounds of Bananas. I already said the copyright. 1974. War, Galaxy. Oh, I should have put those together. War, Galaxy. Copyright 1993. Prior to that, 1977. There's only 5 songs on here. And the shortest one is 5 minutes and 46 seconds. The longest one is 14 minutes, 14 seconds. I couldn't tell you what song, what. Nope. David Helfgott plays Rachmaninoff. I bought this because the movie came out and I wanted to hear him play. Shine, starring Jeffrey Rush as David Helfgott. This is copyrighted 1996. Movie come out that long ago? The Best of Willie Nelson. Tape 1. CBS Special Products. I do not know if I have tape 2. I do not have tape 2 because it says tape 1. I'm not sure why I only have tape 1. Maybe that's the only ones it's on. There are multiple copyright dates, but the final one is 1986. To all the girls I've loved before, with Julio Iglesias. My heroes have always been cowboys. On the road again, live. Help me make it through the night. Georgia on my mind, always on my mind. 2 different songs. Always on my mind. There are other songs, but you know, as I said, reasons why. Roy Orbison, super hits. You wear a cape? Only the lonely. It's over. Crying. Oh, Pretty Woman. Possibly Blue Bayou, if that's the same one that Linda Ronstadt did. Little Richard, His Best. Did I do the copyright for the Roy Orbison? I keep saying it like that because it's from a movie where Shooter McGavin in a previous role said it like that. I get the Roy Orbisons, 1995. I won't say what movie. There are other. Hold on. But yeah, it was a good movie. Anyway, that was Shooter McGavin, Happy Gilmore movie. So, Long Tall Sally, Lucille, Ready Teddy, Slipping and Sliding, Peeping and Hiding, Keep a Knockin', Tutti Frutti, Golly Miss Molly, Jenny Jenny, Girl Can't Help It, Rip It Up. Copyright 1988. But yeah, Roy Orbison. Queen, A Kind of Magic. It's a kind of magic. Copyrights 1986, 1991. Contains bonus track Forever. I want to, excuse me. I want to say this is not the official Flash Gordon soundtrack, but it is music from. Let's see. One Vision, A Kind of Magic. Who Wants to Live Forever? Give Me the Prize. Kurgan's theme. I know his name. The guy who played that guy, Kurgan, does the voice of Krusty Krab. Eugene. That was more like a fucking leprechaun. Eugene Krabs on SpongeBob. He was also the sheriff or whatever in the Home Safe movie, or the one with Jason Statham where he's a federal agent guy and his wife dies at some point, so he and his daughter end up moving to he ends up retiring, and so he and his daughter move to a small town wherever there's some shit going on stuff. Princess of the Universe. Queen. Tchaikovsky, Symphony Number 6, Pathétique, 1812, Overture, Hungarian State Orchestra with Adam Fischer. It's Tchaikovsky, the 1812 Overture. Yeah, conductor Adam Fischer, excuse me. Hungarian State Orchestra. I was looking for a copyright. Maybe it's. Oh, there it is. 1988. Gordon Lightfoot. Shadows. All songs written by Gordon Lightfoot. Copyright 1982. I want to say it was so I could have something other than the Sundown. Reckless. Bryan Adams. Copyright Pie. Pie. That's an odd copyright. 1984. Run to You, Heaven. Summer of '69. Those were the reasons. Harry Nilsson. All-time greatest hits. Copyright 1989. Everybody's Talking. Coconut. Without You. There could be more, I don't know. Damn Yankees, Don't Tread. I'm guessing copyright 1986. I could be wrong. You've been wrong before. I'm sure I'll be wrong again. No sense pointing me out the obvious. My right leg is asleep because I'm sitting with it crossed over onto my left knee. My foot, not my whole leg. 1992. Oh, that was so far off. Not that far. I guess it's better than being one jack off. Hey, that's that one guy. No related. Don't Tread on Me. Dirty Dog. Silence is Broken. I'm thinking, I guess. I could be wrong. I think I was looking for something else. Couldn't find it. That's the one I walked away with. I mean, I purchased. Yeah, I didn't steal it. John Cougar Mellencamp. Uh-huh. Copyright 1983. Crumbling Down, Pink Houses, Authority Song. The Book of Taliesin, Deep Purple. Listen, Learn, Read On. Kentucky Woman, Exposition, and We Can Work It Out. River Deep, Mountain High. Did she say that's all? No. Kentucky Woman, she gets to know you. Made in the USA. Or made in USA. USA. There is no dog. It just says USA. Made in the USA. And I do not see a copyright. So it's timeless. "26 minutes. I'll try and speed it up. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Have you ever seen the rain? I try to look, but then it gets in my eye, and I'm like, copyright 1993. Run Through the Jungle. Every Vietnam, Korean War movie, whatever. Run through the jungle. You know, I think they used it in Good Morning Vietnam. It was used in Forrest Gump, I think. May have even been used in an episode of Quantum Leap where Sam leaps into somebody named they nicknamed Lucky. I think it was Lucky, because when his character steps off the helicopter gets hit by something, and the guy survived because he got. Anyway, that was mentioned. I don't know if it was actually shown. Looking out my back door. Have you ever seen the rain? It came out of the sky. I'm sure there are others in this. Words, man, use your words. I'm sure there are other songs on there that I like, but the ones that stood out were those. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Willie and the Poor Boys. Copyright 1983. Down on the Corner. It came out of the sky. Cotton Fields. Fortunate Son. The Midnight Special. Again, there are other songs on here, but those are the ones I most likely purchased the cassette for. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, 9 Tonight. I have this on CD. This is copyright 1981. 9 Tonight, Trying to Live My Life Without You, You'll Accompany Me, Hollywood Nights, Old Time Rock and Roll, Against the Wind, The Fire Down Below. I think you need a shot of penicillin for that. Her Strut, Feel Like a Number, Fire Lake, Betty Lou's Getting Out Tonight, We've Got the Night, Night Moves, Rock and Roll Never Forgets. There are other songs on here, but those were the main ones. Fire Down Below. We got the fire down below. Hall and Oates. I'm sorry, Daryl Hall, John Oates, Greatest Hits, Rockin' Soul, Part 1. Sarah Smile, She's Gone, Rich Girl, Kiss on My List, Private Eyes, I Can't Go For That, No Can Do, Maneater. There are other songs, but those were the ones that stood out. Copyright 1983. My work last night for me went well-ish. Could have been worse. I let not winning the 3-digit midday and or evening upset me a little bit. I didn't play the one-off. It came up, or excuse me, midday I played 623. I believe it came up 523. For evening, I also played 623, but it came up 624. Had I played the one-off, I would have won 36 bucks on both of them. But had I matched, it would have been like, I think 500 bucks if it was straight. If I played it straight, 250. Otherwise, it just upset me. I know I don't need to put that on you, but I get, it's, I don't know. I hope you're having a good day. I still have more cassettes, so please bear with me. Oh no, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Copyright 1976. Still better than some of the stuff that's on the radio today. The new stuff being released. Views and opinions expressed in this video. Rock and Roll Never Forgets, Night Moves, The Fire Down Below, Sunburst, Sunspot Baby, Main Street, Come to Papa. Those are the main ones. The other two songs, Mary Lou, Ship of Fools. I don't know. Maybe I know. I don't know. Gordon Lightfoot, Summertime Dream. I did the copyright, didn't I? 1976. Yeah. Gordon Lightfoot, Summertime Dream. Copyright 1976. The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. That's who I was thinking of with Gordon Lightfoot. But he did Sundown also, didn't he? Sundown, you better take care. Anyway, the Record of the Edmund Fitzgerald. There are other songs worth listening to on here, but the only one I recognized was the Record of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Rick Nelson, Garden Party. Going to a garden party. Copyright 1987, which I'm sure was released prior to then at some point. Okay, these are lists of other albums that are available. This cassette contains previously released material. Garden Party. And there are other songs on here I'm sure worth listening to. But the one that made me purchase it was Garden Party. Going to a garden party. All-time hits. Ricky Nelson. Bebop Baby. Lonesome Town. Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye home. Well, do. 1985, copyrighted. Again, there are other songs on here, but the one that made me choose it. In Excess, Kick. Guns in the Sky, New Sensation, Devil Inside, Need You Tonight, Mediate. Which, there's a music video of Need You Tonight where it's immediately followed by Mediate. It goes along the line of the Bob Dylan, where the signs are being meditate their final 8 to be the bump number 8. And then the last card is sax solo, and then the guy who plays the saxophone, alto, I think, alto sax, not the tenor sax, right? But the like an oboe, but it's a sax. Anyway, sorry. The last card was sax solo, and then he comes out and starts playing. while the rest of the band has turned and walked away. 1987. My younger sister kind of got me into these guys. It was like, okay. I mean, a lot of people are like, Inks? Is that Inks? No, it's In Excess. Side 2, Never Tear Us Apart, Kick. Oh, Sometimes You Kick. There are other songs, but as I said, ones that stand out are the ones I've said. Steve Miller Band, Greatest Hits, 1974 to 1978. Swing Tone, Jungle Love, Take the Money and Run, Rockin' Me, The Joker, Fly Like an Eagle, Jet Airliner. (1978) is the final copyright date. Flashback, the best of the Jay Giles Band. Love Stinks, Freeze Frame, Centerfold. They do a version of The Land of a Thousand Dances, but I'm not sure if that's the same one that Dan Aykroyd dances to in the movie the camp movie, The Great Outdoors, with John Candy. Okay, now there's a song that I hear every other whatever. The one with what's her face, Rob Schneider's daughter, that singing about all her exes want to come over and have sex with her, and she lets them. I guess I don't. I don't think it's called X's and O's, but it could be. This is Kuiper, Tic Tac Toe, where that song, Tic Tac Toe, do 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 do, might get a kiss, something. Copyright 1990. I want to say that's the only reason I bought this was to hear like what the fuck are they actually saying. But yeah, that's most likely the only reason I've got this. Leonard Skinner. Skinner's Innards, their greatest hits. I'm hoping this isn't the other one because that had Fry My Brain on it. Sweet Home Alabama, Swamp Music, I Ain't the One, Give Me 3 Steps. Free Bird, outtake version. Saturday Night Special, What's Your Name, That Smell, Don't Ask Me No Questions, Call Me the Breeze. Mini copyright dates on this. The last one, or the most current, was 1989. And it did not have that song on it that I don't know. Okay. Need to hear. Boston, Greatest Hits. More Than a Feeling, Don't Look Back. Possibly Rock and Roll Band. Excuse me. There are other songs on there, but as I said. Oh, is that what you said? Copyright 1997. Contains previously released material. Captain and Tennille. 20 Years of Romance. Right down the toilet. Oh, I mean. 1995. Copyright. Love Will Keep Us Together. For how long? I have no idea. Do That to Me One More Time. I Only Have Eyes for You. My hands are elsewhere, but my eyes are for you. Unchained Melody. Just the Way You Are. I do not know if there are other songs on there that, for whatever. Harry Chapin. I want to say I had one. I was looking for where I did with it. Gordon Lightfoot. It'll keep. Yeah, it'll keep. Dreams Go By, Taxi. I Want to Learn a Love Song. Better Place to Be. Cats in the Cradle, WOLD. Again, 30,000 pounds of bananas. Oh, I'm sorry. Greatest Hits Live, which is sort of 1976. Poison, Greatest Hits. Arsenic No Lips. Nothing But a Good Time. Talk Dirty to Me. Unskinny Bop. Unskinny Bop, Bop, Bop. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Your Mama Don't Dance. Copyright 1996. Human League. Yes, a different Human League cassette. While I have this open, might as well check the copyrights. Unauthorized duplication is prohibited. 1984. Like the George Orwell book. I'll pretend like you didn't ask that. Okay, I'll pretend I didn't say. Rock Me Again and Again and Again and Again and Again and Again. 6 times. I do not know if that was it. I think I was looking for something. It was on the other cassette. Because none of those actually sounded familiar. They may have all sounded like whatever. The Cars Greatest Hits. Just what I needed. Copyright 1985. Need to check the interior for the playlist. Since You're Gone, You Might Think, Good Times Roll, Drive, Tonight She Comes, My Best Friend's Girl, Shake It Up. There are other songs on here, but as I said, the reasons why I bought it. 1985. Wanted to make sure that wasn't the address to find somebody. Ace of Base, The Bridge, Beautiful Life, $19.95 for one fucking song. As I said before, you hear one song on the radio that gets played over and over again, like Uptown Funk. Uptown Funk, you want to hear what else is on the album. It's like, because usually the radio stations just push the one fucking song every day. It's like, this is the song that tell me famous. Sorry. But you get that, and it's like, it's the only song you hear. So you buy the album, you listen to the rest of them, and it's like, okay, that one sucks. I can understand why the radio station's not playing that one. Is this the same song as the other? No, it's a new song. Okay. Well, this one's crap too. No one erased. And then you realize that's why the radio stations are only playing that one. Which, downloads, you can get the download. Perfect. You can get that one song for $1.99 or whatever. I don't know. Times have changed. So I don't know if anyone downloads anything to get the song, or if they're like, Siri, just play it. Or Alexa, what are you doing? Oh, that's my remote. Why'd you sound like Forrest Gump? Anyway, Stevie Wonder, the original Musicarium 1. Superstition. Isn't she lovely? Where were you when I needed you? I'm not sure if that's part of Superwoman. Yeah, it is. Okay, where were you when I needed you is in Prince. So that's not the song I thought. You are the sunshine of my life, which was on an episode of Taxi that Jim Ignatowski's dad had on a tape for his son, which was in the suit of his father's suit, which Jim Ignatowski, played by Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown on. And anyway, he put the suit on the chair, and so it looked like his dad was sitting there. And then he hung the coat over the back, and because his dad was kind of large gentleman, the chair sat back because it was like a lazy boy, so it just reclined. And he's like, and Jim is like, "Dad, are you here?" And so he ends up like fixing the jacket, finds the tape, plays it, and he's like, "Oh, Dad, you like Stevie Wonder?" Then he starts crying. He's like, "Wait, am I crying because I didn't cry, or because I'm actually sad?" It was a touching scene. It was humorous, but it was an episode of Taxi. This is copyrighted. I'll just set that there for a second. Most selections have been previously released. 1972, 73, 74, 76, 79, 80, 81, 82. So copyright 1982. Was that a zip? No, that's not. That was the final one, and just shy of 50 minutes. Put these back. Oh, that's me. Today's birthday, Nick Offerman, June 26th. Birthdays. Nick Offerman, who was on was he on The Office? He's the one with the mustache and the beard, and the mustache, and he's married to Megan Mullally. Who's on, I don't know what show that was. Will and Grace, I think. Anyway, Nick Offerman, who with the mustache and throws the bacon away because it was fake bacon, and I don't know. There was an episode. Chris O'Donnell, who's on NCIS Los Angeles, who's also Robin in one of the Batman movies, Batman and Robin, the one with George Clooney. Robert Davi, who was in The Goonies, who's Jeff Cohen's birthday was yesterday. Robert Davi was also in one of the James Bond movies. Sean Hayes, who's on Will and Grace. He was also Larry in the Three Stooges movie. Now, it wasn't the Three Stooges. I know. But it was an homage to, and that's stuff. Jeanette McCurdy, as mentioned before, who was on iCarly, and Sam and Cat, I think, with Ariana Grande, whose birthday is also today. Director Paul Thomas Anderson, who directed Punch Drunk Love, starring Adam Sandler, I think. Jason Schwartzman, who was in Rushmore. Harley Quinn Smith. Chris Isaac. I should have done a cassette with him with the Gone Ridin'. That was a good song though, Gone Ridin'. Not, it's not on the one where he's singing about whatever and on the beach with the lady in the sandy, whatever. Leo Rossi's birthday's today. Mark McKinney, who was on The Kids in the Hall. He was one of the main guys. Getty Watanabe, who was in UHF in 1989. And 16 Candles, 1984. He played Long Duck Stone or something like that. What's happening, hot stuff? Audrey Wazalewski. I may have butchered that. I apologize. She was the redheaded lady in Red in 2010. The retired Extremely Dangerous. Was it Red? I thought it was Red. Yeah, it was Red. The one where it's like where she gets held at gunpoint by John Malkovich's character, and later she has a freaking rocket launcher thing. It's like, nice move, old man. Old man, no respect. But that was her, Audrey Wazalewski. Terry Nunn, who's the lead singer of Berlin, the musical group. Sex Ima is the big song they had. I'm sure they had other songs, but that was one of them. John Beasley, Michael Paul Chan, who's on the show The Closer, who ended up changing it to another show when Kira Sedgwick left. Joseph Summer, who was in Witness in 1985. He was also the DA in The Other Guys in 2010, but he's uncredited in that one. Blaine Novak, who played Captain Braverman in the movie Up the Creek, 1984. I did say John Beasley. Derek Jeter, Patty Smythe, Gretchen Wilson, director Louise, Luis, Valdez. He directed La Bamba in 1987, starring Lou Diamond Phillips as Richie Valens. Michael Mayer, could have been pronounced Meyer, but Mayer. He played Little Ricky Ricardo on I Love Lucy, 1953 to 1956. And Barbara Edwards, she actress, Playboy, Playmate of whatever, 1985. I'm not sure. I didn't actually look into that, but name sounded familiar, so I was like, okay, sure. The late Peter Lorre. Yes, Peter Lorre. Ricky Jay, who was in Magnolia, 1999. Boogie Nights, 1997. He was in other stuff, but those were the only two, like, recent. Richard Bull, who played Nels Olson on Little House on the Prairie TV series, 1974 to 1983. That was it for the birthdays. Out of the top 100 of, I did not write how many. My apologies. But it was out of the top 100. That was the last layer of, except the mixed tape that I had. That was the last layer out of this box. I may do more movies. Today's Friday. Some other day. The weekend's coming up, so I'll have other things to do. So I apologize. Oh, Parks and Recreation. Thank you. Nick Offerman. I don't know why I was thinking he was in The Office. I didn't watch any of them, so I watched 2 episodes of The Office, but that's because someone I went to high school with appeared on the episode, and he said, I'm on this week. I was like, okay, so I watched. That he posted after, okay, next week. And I'm like, I didn't really care for the show this time. So I watched it the next week. He played the maitre d' in the episode, I believe, where they were having a party before the guy leaves. But he played the maitre d'. He asked the guy, where'd you get the crayons? I brought them from home. It was a fancy restaurant. He's drawing on the table, on the linen tablecloth that fancy restaurants would have, as opposed to the plastic vinyl type that would, hey, I can just wipe that right up. But thank you for Parks and Recreation. Nick Offerman was on that. Thank you. Hope you have a good day. today. I hope you have a good evening. Sleep well. Drink plenty of fluids, unless, of course, you're a camel, in which case you don't have to. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. Hold it, build it up. I don't know what I was just thinking. If you're a camel, really. Try not to let shit bother you. I know there are times you can't help it. I can't help it. Sometimes I let shit get to me. It's really stupid. I know. People say, "Oh, but in like 6 years, after you die, it ain't gonna matter." Yeah, but the present. I'm in the present. I'm living in the present. I'm in the present. When I'm dead, I'm not gonna care what It's like, I mean, right now, while I'm alive, shit bothering me. Not always. Not always. And I don't. I don't always let it get to me. I played the 3-digit midday and for midday inning today, June 26th. It is Friday for me as I am recording this, or as I'm lime. Ooh, it's a lime. We'll put the lime in the coconut. Um, as I am live streaming this, it is Friday, June 26th. I hope you have a good day. I really do. People going through shit. You're going through shit. We don't know the shit people are going through. People don't know the shit we're going through. Unless, of course, we're like, I'm going through shit. Step away from the fan. Just, step inside. I want to say they did that in the movie Airplane, didn't they? Or it's like, or maybe it was National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1, where the shit hits the fan. I could be wrong. I know it was in one of them or all of them. I hope you have a good day. This is almost 60 minutes, and I apologize for taking up so much of your time. While I know it might not bother you, you had nothing else to do. Maybe you had something else to do. But I thank you for watching. Always a pleasure to. Well, not always a pleasure. Sometimes I'm a pain in the ass. Well, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Wrong hole. Sorry, that was totally inappropriate. But the views and opinions expressed in this video. Take care. Thank you for watching.